Hello, Miss Atomic here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my newest camp build that I've put together. But first off, I wanted to thank everybody for their supportive comments about making this video all together. This is going to be my first video that I've ever made. Hopefully it turns out okay. And it is going to be from PS4, so it's not going to be the highest quality of video, or maybe it will be. We'll find out when it uploads. But I also want to thank the community for getting me to the 1,500 follower goal that I had over on Twitter. It really does mean a lot for me to have 1,500 people there seeing my posts, seeing my pictures, and seeing all my Fallout content that I have. And also just having 1,500 people there who love the Fallout community as much as I do. It really means a lot to me, and I love having you guys there. Now, as we look at this camp from the whole, my first thought of it and my first ideas were that I wanted to make a camp that was based on the community, as far as community events, community goals, community ideas, and then also my own personal touches thrown in there, so it has a little bit of all that. And it also showcases the year of Fallout 76 and everything we've gone through as the members, or all the OGs of Fallout that we've had through this past year and a little bit over a year now since Fallout 76 came out. So I want to dive right into it. Right here in the front, we are going to have our little staircase, a little showcase of just a few of the items that I've gotten. We got our cultist stuff to show off my more, raider cultist side. And then we also have some of the cool decorations that I've really enjoyed that we've gotten through the year. From our Halloween decorations, our Nuka-Cola decorations, and then along with some of the free stuff that we've gotten from the Atomic Shop. One of the few ways to showcase how long you've been in this game is to show off your free Atomic Shop stuff. I have my Foshnot balloons, my Foshnot hangers as well, and just little decorations, along with my Vault 51, or you want to say nuclear winter statues that I've earned. I haven't fully made it to 100 yet, but I have made it up there high enough to get this statue, and I really wanted to show it off because it was a lot of work for me to put that in. Nuclear winter frustrates me a lot. As much as I love it, I do like to grind the events, but I just get tired of it after grinding all these really hard events, getting so much experience. But this is just the front of my camp where you walk in. You see a few different decorations. And then over here off on the right side, we are going to have a little bit more cultist stuff and a little bit of a garden that I've thrown up. So we're going to have our razor grain, corn, potatoes, things like that I can throw in there and make different foods with, along with different alcohol. I'm really big into making Nuka Shine, so having this small little garden here helps me along with that process. We have our generator hidden off to the side, and we also do have our Mothman statue, one of my favorite Atomic Shop items that I've ever purchased. It was one of the first ones that you could actually activate, and it looks really cool in the sunset, having him here on the ledge. Okay, and then also over here in this little corner, we have a little bit of a kitchen area. This is a pre-existing structure, so this little campsite here is in the game itself, and I cannot move it, but I did add my rustic sink to give it a little bit more kitchen feel. It's a little more hidden away, but I like this little pocket of area. Maybe it's a little bit quieter down there. And then we're going to go up our front stairs here. I do have my punch bowl. It's filled with Nuka Shine. My camp is very close to the vault, so I'm hoping new players will come down this way. They'll wind up on my camp, stumble upon it, drink some Nuka Shine, and then go on a trip and have a good time. I also showcase a few of the items that we've gotten through the year, such as the presents and the Foshnot beret. This whole camp, again, is based off the community, so I'm really showcasing all those limited time events and limited time items that I've gotten to showcase how long I've been here and just all the different community things. I want to show these new players what they're missing out on, the cool items, the cool events, and maybe it'll prompt them to want to play longer and play with those events when they come around for the second time. I'm also showcasing off my Halloween paint, along with a tenderizer and a few other weapons that were like limited time kind of skins. I have a couple of my vending machines. We just got the Halloween one going, and then my Raider one, because I am a Raider fan. I am going to be picking Raider side if I can when time comes for Wastelanders, or maybe I'll do both depending on how the system works. I have a little bit of crates here and there to make the camp feel a little bit more alive, just kind of clutter. I wanted to make this camp feel very clustered, like have a lot of cool things showcasing and not like a lot of room. I wanted it just to be very, close-knit camp. I do have the mosaic tiles down. They used to be a showcase of how long you've been in this game. They're very rare tiles that not a lot of people purchased way back when, but they just brought them back last week, so now they're not as rare. But it's still one of my favorite tiles. Have it there for my camp to, kind of bring it out a little bit, showcase it a little bit more. We do have this little community wall over here in this my little workshop area. I have a few of the different neon signs I've gotten. We got the arrow through the heart from Valentine's Day. It really reminds me of Nick Valentine, so I wanted to throw it up there. We have our sheep squatch and our Pioneer Scouts posters that we got for free. Just overlapped them a bit to give it a little more, like, thrown up there vibe. A little bit more raiderish, a little bit more, just kind of messy. I didn't want this camp to feel like super pristine, even though I have a lot of pristine objects. I just really wanted to give it my kind of vibe with the raider and then also the community vibe. We do have a little showcase of my plushies that I've collected of the Mr. Fuzzies. One of my favorite things to buy is the plushies in the Atomic Shop, so I always grab each one of those. Over here is a little bit more of our workshop, so we got our chemistry station, we got our armor station, and just a little knickknacks to fill it in, along with the presents, from the winter rewards that we've gotten. I have to showcase all that stuff. One thing I always love to put in my camps is a little bit of like a little green area. If I don't put a greenhouse, I'll just put a tiny little area where I put all my plants. This was the first Atomic Shop item I've ever bought were the succulents. They're my favorite purchase, and I'm so sad that they finally took them out. I want to say it was like a month or two ago they took them out. But they were one of my go-to items and recommendations for anybody. I mean, they were cheap, and they just add a little oomph to your camp and a little bit of give it a more clutter, make it seem more alive. So this little area is just filled with tiny little stuff. It's also got all the needs that you need, or all the things that you need, such as the water stations, your chemistry station, your workbenches, stuff like that, to give it that feel, but also make it, workable. And then we're going to go to the second level that I've wrapped around this pre-existing structure. I have a showcase here of my Easter eggs that I collected, another community event item where it was via the Atomic Shop. You had to log in every day and claim each one of these, and then at the end you're rewarded with a bunny mask that people also like to walk around and showcase because it shows how long you've been here. It's almost been a year now since Easter, so it's really cool. Hopefully they'll bring those back so people who missed out on them can pick those up again. I know a couple people who just missed out on one day, and they were pretty upset because then you miss out on that exclusive item if you don't get the one egg. I did leave this little top area a little bit more bare because I have a lot of space in my budget, or a lot. I want to say like maybe a sixth or so in my budget of space to add anything else I've seen in the next couple of months before Wastelanders, or just to add anything else that I want. So this is a nice little area. It's a little open still. It's room to grow. And now we're going to go into my little top house area that's closed off. This is a bit of a nicer side. It's a very different aspect from my raiderish vibes. I wanted to keep this area pristine, so we have a few of our Atomic Shop items along with the Nuka Shine on display, and then we have our secret Nuka Cola door that leads us into my bar area. This was a community idea off of Twitter. Somebody posted about using their Nuka Cola secret door to have like a hidden bar behind it, and I really liked that idea, so I made it in my camp. So this is my little bar area. We got the little table to sit down and drink, but we also have our stations to buy, or not buy, but make the alcohol, and our little signs showcasing that and displaying them. So we're going to close that up. We're going to go back outside. Overall, this camp is very tiny, but it's also very compact, and I do have a lot of things in it. I wanted to make it feel really alive, so I built it that way, but I also wanted to showcase, again, the community, the events, and my little touches. I'm really loving it so far, and I'm loving the idea of getting to add on to it in the future. The last little part of my camp is going to be over here off the hill. It's going to be the sign that I made. I used the billboard and I wrote on it. I always like to tag my name on my creations because I am very proud of them. So I put my name, Miss Atomic. I also showcase that I am Team Raider. Maybe it'll influence some of the new players. Maybe it'll influence them to showcase what side you guys are on, what side they're on. And, I just want that overstanding around my camp so people can see that off the hill, off in the distance. Underneath it, I do have my Fashnot bonfire. It was actually one item that I never got from Fashnot, and I had to source it out via, I believe I used Reddit to get this item, and I got it maybe a month or two after Fashnot, so it wasn't super expensive, whereas now it'd be through the roof, even though Fashnot will be coming back soon. Maybe we'll get new rewards, maybe we'll get old ones. We'll see how it goes. Still a really cool addition because it's got that animation of fire. And then I also do have my Mothman on my billboard, and it does have a little bit of, the community touch. This is another idea that came from Twitter. where you put different neon letters and signs on your Mothman to give it a little bit of a like a ooh or a cute kawaii touch. But yeah, that is going to be my camp. It's very small. It's got a lot of my touches. This is it at night where everything's lit up. The sign kind of goes out of view, so I have to get kind of close to get that to show up for pictures, but I love the big tree over the top. Makes it look really cute. Everything comes together, makes it look more alive. This is a pre-existing structure, so I've built around it, and I'm really hoping that maybe this will influence you guys to build around it, to show me your creations, or just the community in general to be influenced by maybe something here in the camp. It's full of all the community stuff we've gotten through different events. We got the Meat Week stuff, we have the Fashnacht stuff, we have the Halloween Mischief Night stuff, and then also our holiday Scorched event items that I have showcasing here. Another part of this camp is going to be a community idea, and that's this little welcome sign up here using the different neon letters, different letters that we've gotten through the game and all things like that. It makes it look really cool, makes it stand out a little bit, so I really enjoyed seeing that on Twitter, and I wanted to make it in my own camp. So I have a few different community ideas, a few different of my own ideas, and then a few different just showcases of all the limited times event we've had in this whole past year. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for your continued support with this video. This is going to be a rough first video. It's my first time making one, first time editing one, so we'll see how it goes. But you guys said, I even told you it wasn't going to be that great, and you guys still said you wanted to see it. So thank you for joining me. If you stayed here till the end, I really do appreciate it. I really do like that you guys wanted to see my camp, and I hope that I can show you more of things that I built. Camp building is one of my favorite things. I'm sure it won't be long until I build another one. I am loving this one right now though, because it's just got all those touches, and I absolutely love this community, so I love having my camp focused around the community. But thank you everybody for tuning in today, and I hope you have an awesome time in the Wasteland.